Hello and welcome to another episode of my Productivity Mastery series. My name is Carl Pauline and this week I'm going to talk to you about your priorities and time. Now it's also linked to the couple of videos that I've done over the last few weeks, and I really want to bring this together so that you fully understand our relationship with time. Now this goes back to a story, a conversation I had with a friend of mine about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And she said to me that she really wants to write a book, but she doesn't have time. Now, when anyone ever says, I don't have time to me, my lie detector starts going off because I know that what they just said was a lie. Now that's quite dramatic, but if you ever say to me, I don't have time, I know instantly you are not telling me the truth, because it's never about time. As I mentioned in the previous 2 videos in this series, time is fixed. We can't change that. Our relationship with time is fixed. There's that 24 hours a day. That's it. Now, there are some people out there who can get phenomenal amounts of work done. There are people out there who can write 2 or 3 books a year and they find time. Now, you could argue that they are full-time authors. Well, because they wrote a book, the first book they wrote was successful, they've managed to be able to become full-time authors. But that first book was likely to have been written while they had a full-time job. They found the time. See, it's never about time. It's always about desire. Desire to do something is where the real reason you don't feel you can do it. Now, I've written 4 books myself. I know what it takes to write a book. It takes consistent action day after day after day. If I wanted to write, and I remember this from Ian Fleming, the creator of James Bond, every year he would go to his bungalow in Jamaica and write a James Bond novel. He did this from 1952 right through to his death in 1964. And he would write 2,000 words every day for 6 weeks. At the end of the 6 weeks, he would have a complete manuscript. Now that equated to 3 hours of writing in the morning and 1 hour of editing in the afternoon. So it's just basically 4 hours work. Now he dedicated that time to do that. Now, when you go on vacation, you've got plenty of time to write a book. Now, if your desire to write a book is strong enough, you will find the time to do it. Now, I'm using book as an example, but this could be with anything. You know, if it all comes down to your values and what's important to you. Now, let me give you an example. I have a number of clients in my coaching program who are deeply religious people. Some are Muslim, some are Jewish, some are Christian. One of the things that they would never ever compromise on is not going to the synagogue or their church, the temple or the mosque. They go there either every day in some cases or every week, but they would never dream of not going to their church, the synagogue or mosque or temple. Why? Because it's important to them. It's part of their governing values. Now, I also know many people who are incredibly fit and healthy. They're doing full-time job, they socialize with their friends, and they have a family. How do they stay fit and healthy? Because being fit and healthy is a priority to them. They will wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go out running or go to the gym. That's why they're fit and healthy. But what you're missing is this desire. You need to have a burning desire inside you to make these things happen. Now, of course, if you're working in a job, it's very hard to get a burning desire to reply to your email timely every single day. But what happens if it becomes important to you to make sure that you reply to all your email within 24 hours. Now that's my goal. I try to do this within 24 to 48 hours. I will reply to all my mail. And it's very, very, very rare that I miss that deadline. Now I see other people with email who get a lot less email than I do, struggling to manage their email. Now, why is that? Because they're not prioritizing that particular thing. Now, to me, it's important. To them, it's not important. And there's the little key. It's not about time. It's about what's important and what is not. And in our cases, that's different for all of us. Some of us prioritize one thing. Others prioritize a different thing. But that's what it really comes down to, is what is important to you. That's where you will put your attention, and that's where you will manage to get the work done. Now, there's no real solution to this, but trust me, if you want to start a business, if you want to write a book, if you want to get fit and healthy, whatever it is you want to do, if the desire is burning strong enough inside you, you will find the time to do it. If not, you will find an excuse. And that is one of the most powerful quotes I've ever heard for me as a time management coach and a time management writing on time management and productivity is, if it's important enough, you will find the time. If it's not important, you'll find an excuse. And that's what I see time and time and time again. It's never about time. It's always about where you have set the priority. So whatever it is you want to do, you need to make sure that it is a burning desire inside you. Look at your values, look at what's important to you, and make sure that you've scheduled time to do it each week, and it becomes fixed, not optional. It's fixed. You do it every day, every week, whatever time, however many times you need to do it, that's when you do it. Hopefully this has given you some inspiration to finally go out there and make whatever it is you want to create in the world happen, because you can do it. You have enormous potential. The only thing you need to do now is turn that potential into a burning desire, and I'm sure you could do anything. Make it happen. Thank you very much for watching this video, and it just remains for me now to wish you all a very, very productive week.